So in this video, I want to do a quick dive through tutorial on Pikzel AI's latest version 3 update. I'm going to run through how to use the tool, some of the new features that it's got, and I'll give you my honest opinion about it. So let's dive right in. We're going to go to pixels.com and you can try it for free. I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to try it. I'm going to log in because I have an account already. And right away, you get a fresh screen. And if we look over to the left here, this new chat button simply lets you start a whole new thread, a whole new chat. And then just in the bottom where it says today, that's going to show a record or a history of all the different workspaces or things that you've tried to create in the past, thumbnails that is. And then if you look all the way down again here on the same side of the screen, you got your account section, you join our Discord, and then this new feature, the personas feature, where you can create a persona of a face. If you want to keep using and keep brand consistency, you can create a persona and it'll create pictures for your thumbnails with that same persona. You can create one persona per image. And when you go to create the persona, it's going to ask you to put in at least 10 different pictures of that persona. And it wants you to create different angles, different facial expressions. And I did this just using my phone. I used the front camera of my phone. I did many different angles, different facial expressions, smiling, looking surprised, looking serious, looking regular. And I did different angles, like I said. And then I put about, I think, 20 pictures in there. So, and that was enough. Just below that, you got the model. It's got the latest version 3. It's got version 2, version 1, but we're going to stick to version 3. And if you wanted the AI to decide which model to use during your design, you can hit that auto button there and the AI will decide which model is best. But we're going to stick with version 3. And just below that, you've got the format. So you can choose long form versus short form. So if you wanted to create instead of a long form, you wanted to create short form for TikTok and Instagram, you can create short form thumbnails, which will be an aspect ratio of 9:16 or 1080 by 1080p. Or if you want to stick with YouTube, which is what we're going to do today, you can just select long form. It'll do an which is an aspect ratio of 1920 by 1080p. Okay. All right, and then to get started here in creating a thumbnail, we're going to go to the new chat, and you can see it has several different features here in order to create a thumbnail. You've got the thumbnail, which you just put in a prompt, and the AI will generate a thumbnail for you. You got the recreate feature, which is new. You can either put in a link or a picture or file of a thumbnail that you want to recreate, and you could do it that way and just hit generate. And then you got the face swap feature where if you put in a thumbnail and you want to swap your face out with that thumbnail, you could do that here. And then it's got this other feature here called title generator, which if you put in the topic of your video, the AI will give you a YouTube worthy popular title to choose from. But let's go to thumbnail creation here. And I'm not much of a prompter, so I'm going to go to ChatGPT to help me create a prompt for this. So we're going to go to ChatGPT and we're going to type in, I need a prompt to create a thumbnail in Pikzel AI. My video topic will how to sell. So we'll do a real estate sort of niche video there, how to sell a house in 30 days. Okay, I'm going to take this, copy it, bring it over to Pikzel, paste it in, and hit generate. And just that will have 10 credits come off of your credits. And that will be something that you have to be careful with when you're using this, especially when you're new, because there's going to be a lot of trial and error. Because when you're dealing with AI, it's all about prompting. It's all about seeing what works best, seeing the results you have, and depending on how well you do that, that's going to determine how many credits you use. So, and here we go. Okay, that is not bad. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Okay, now the only problem I have with this now is not the thumbnail design itself. It's that I couldn't figure out a way to really swap out my face with that guy's picture. I tried doing this in the previous example. I tried to swap out using the face swap feature by simply just like downloading this thumbnail and then bringing it into Pikzel and then doing the face swap. And the face swap is tricky because you have to make sure that you get the body type right, the skin tone right. Otherwise, it's going to look weird when they swap out your face with that guy. So, but the thumbnail itself, it looks great. I'm really impressed. So that's not bad at all. So here's a nice real estate thumbnail. Sell your house in 30 days. So that's nice. I like the design. It's got a clock in the background, a nice house there. So that's cool. Now let's try the recreate feature, okay? And here I can put in a link to a popular thumbnail. So I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to put in my niche, AI thumbnail. Or let me know, just put in AI tools and see what pops up, see what catches my eye for thumbnail. And the thing with Pixel is you have to be careful what kind of graphics there are in the background, because if it's too complicated, it's going to try to recreate it and it just won't look that great. And especially if you have a lot of pictures in the background, it's going to put all of your pictures, your personas in the background. And I wouldn't want that. And then if it gets like it's too graphic-y, too complicated, it really doesn't come out good, like especially the pictures that it puts in for your like persona. And I'll show you guys what I mean towards the end. But I like this video. I like this thumbnail here, 5 AI tools to create YouTube videos you've never seen before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this link. I'm going to go ahead to the three dotted line, go to the share, hit copy, go back to Pixels, paste in the link. And right down here, you see the inspiration rate. That's where you can decide whether low, medium, high, how much inspiration or how much inspiration you want to draw, you want the AI to draw from the picture from the thumbnail picture from. So if it's low, it's not gonna, you can make a lot of changes if it's low because it's not going to draw a lot of inspiration. If it's medium, you can make a little bit more changes, but not as much. But if it's high, it's not going to let you make a lot of changes because it's going to use a lot of elements that are in that picture to make the thumbnail. So once you've got your inspiration weight, you go down to the persona. I'm going to choose Evoldo Content Marketer, which is me, for my persona. So I want my face to be in the thumbnail. And then it's going to ask you what changes you want to make. And I'm going to change the inspiration weight actually to high. And I don't want to make any changes right out. Let's just see what it does. And this is going to cost you another 10 credit. Okay, that's not bad at all. Let's see how similar it looks to the original. There's the original there, and there's the Pixel version. So what the funny thing is it has the background looking like a kitchen, right? And I don't like that. I like everything else. I like that. I like the desk I'm at. I like the way I look. I look fine. I like the headphones I'm wearing. It's not bad at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to the edit portion. I'm going to say change the background to black grid line and generate. Let's see what it does. Yeah, because his that I'm looking at right now, it's actually, it looks like an office space. But let's see what it does. I don't even know. See, I'm not good at like designing like stuff like that. Probably the black grid line isn't even appropriate for it. So let me see what it looks like. But just to actually, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay, all right. So see, and this is the thing. But we do have the inspiration weight on high. So maybe because of that, I wasn't able to really change it. But that's the thing with this. Like, if it really sometimes when you're editing it, it won't really make the changes you want. Like if I wanted to add fonts, it's really hard. It really is difficult for it to create the exact fonts or the exact wording you want when you want to do fonts or titles on your thumbnails. But this is not bad right here. So the recreation mode, not bad. It's got a little bit more ways to go. And I'll show you guys what I mean by a little bit more ways to go a little later. Because I played around with this thing all day and I was trying to do different things with it. And it still is a tad bit limited and you have to really know what you're doing when you're recreating. You got to have a certain thing, a certain thumbnail. It works best with all that stuff's got to be integrated or calculated in your decision-making process for a thumbnail that you want to recreate. But now let's move on. I'm not going to do the face swap because I'm going to tell you right now, I think the face swap, I'm going to be honest with you, the face swap, you have to get the right body type, skin tone. It's actually more work than it's worth. I think right now the best two parts of this Pikzel AI is a regular thumbnail through a prompt creation, and then the recreation is okay. It's pretty good. What I'm really impressed with though is the fact that it really dials in and gets your picture in your face right. So this is really good. I mean, if you're good at prompting, you're good at like working around the AI limitations and working with it, and you don't really have time to create thumbnails, or you don't know how to create thumbnails, or you don't want to pay for somebody to design a thumbnail for you, but you still want really good thumbnails, and you'll take the time to learn this will really be beneficial. And if you want to maintain brand consistency with your pictures in there, this is a really good tool for that. The other thing I want to check out, let's check out the title generator here. Give me title ideas for a video on how to use AI to create thumbnail. All right, so this has the least amount of credit usage. It only uses 3 credits, which is good. And as you can see, it gives you 3 different titles, 3 different types of titles. So create stunning thumbnails with AI in under 10 minutes. So that's a really big, bold guarantee statement that'll be eye-catching and intriguing. Then it's got create stunning thumbnails with AI in minutes, and then create stunning thumbnails with AI in 10 minutes. Okay. All right. So, and then let's see what happens if we go to the brainstorm here. So you can change this to a different type of thumbnail. Like if you want to make it wait what, like you want to get that kind of reaction, wait what, like something really bold and intriguing, like what. If you want to get something, a weird reaction, if you want to get a fearful reaction, an outrageous reaction, or if you want truth or dramatic, extreme. So it's got all these different types of flavors here you can use: extreme, positive, dramatic reactions that you can get from your audience. So let's see if I picked fearful. Let me see what it comes up. And these titles are going to be all YouTube worthy. So this is calculating what's working on YouTube. So that's something to think about as well. AI thumbnails in 10 minutes or risk design disaster. That's not bad. That's pretty cool. Okay, this is a fearful type of feeling that you get, a fearful type of thumbnail. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. And let's see what this brainstorm Not brainstorm, we already did that. Let's see what the more is. So you can reword it. So that's what the more is. You can reword it, reverb it, shorten it, lengthen it, or emphasize. Let's see what emphasize does. So this is if you really want to focus on a particular part of the topic that you really want emphasized, you would go with this. So this is now reworded into AI thumbnails in 10 minutes, prevent design disaster. So this is really locking in on somebody on getting it right so they don't waste time and they prevent having disasters when it comes to their thumbnail design. So, all right, cool. Not bad. All right. So now, okay, so we've done all that. And now let's go. I want to create a thumbnail for this video. So I'm just going to go to the thumbnail feature. I'm going to type in a prompt, create a thumbnail for a YouTube, how to use Pikzel AI, an honest review. All right, let's see what it does. And how to use Pikzel AI for thumbnails, an honest review. Let's see what it does. I'm not impressed at all with this one. Maybe because I'm really bad at prompting. So maybe that's it. But you have to, I guess you have to be really, when you prompt, you have to be short, sweet, but descriptive. And I guess I wasn't descriptive. So yeah, I'm not impressed with that. And if you suck at prompting like I do, you're better off going to ChatGPT to get a prompt. So let's do that. Now create a prompt on how. All right. Now let's copy and paste that back into Pikzel. Hit generate. See what it does. It's better than the original one, but not as impressive as the real estate one. Not bad. Okay, so we're not going to use that for my video. I'm just going to create the thumbnail myself. All right, so cool. So we've got that out of the way. Now I want to show you guys like some of the limitations or issues I had. Like for instance, I played around a lot with the I played around a lot. Okay, the first issue I had with it was I created a thumbnail with just a regular prompt, honest review, and I think it looks good. This is it right here. And then I don't think there's a way when you prompt in, I haven't figured it out. When you just use the prompt, there isn't a way to use your persona. So I think what I tried to do was I had it create a thumbnail like it did here, and then I downloaded the thumbnail, and then I tried to do a face swap with my face in there, and this is what I got. It's not bad. It's just that it doesn't quite look like my body type. So that's the issue I have. So if you're, because his body type here, as you can see, he's pretty big. And then it kind of try to, that doesn't look really like me. Like that's not how the face looks like me, but like my shoulders and my body's not like that. It just kind of looks, and then I look kind of weird, like my neck looks short. So I didn't like it. But everything else was good. But I think the original was better. Even the font in the original. And that's my other issue with it. It's like once you start making a change, it's really hard for it to be consistent with everything across the board. And then I try to do another one. I think I changed the inspiration weight to medium. And then it just added my picture in the background, which is not what I wanted at all. And then I think I did another face swap, and this is what I got. Now it gave me a hair type that I don't even have, and the lineup looks really bad. In this, and moving along to some other issues I had. So when it came to the recreation feature, so I found some thumbnails that I really liked, like this one, for instance. This one here, the original thumbnail looked like this.
To make viral
मेरे थंबनेल आप
how to make viral YouTube thumbnails. So दोस्तों अगर आपका thumbnail
मेरे थंबनेल आप लोगों ने देखे होंगे मेरे थंबनेल आप लोगों ने देख
how to make viral YouTube thumbnails. So दोस्तों अगर आपका thumbnail
So the original thumbnail looked like this, but this is what I got. And what the AI is doing is it's simply trying to draw inspiration and recreating that. And I even put this on high, but it just, you can see it's trying to recreate the hands holding the different thumbnails, but it recreated my hand, and I didn't want that. And then it just has pictures of me in the background. So I didn't like that at all. And I think the picture of me looking like that is pretty cool, although I do look kind of slim and weird, but it's not bad. It looks like me. I just don't like the look of it, to feel like this looks so much better. Okay, that looks very cartoony, very bright, graphic-y, like nice, just looks nice. This not so much. Let me just find some other example. So like this one right here. This one came out awful. I look awful there. I don't even have hair like that. I got like little dreads or whatever. And the original thumbnail was this. So this was the original thumbnail, and this is what it created. No, that's not the original. So the original thumbnail was,
मेरे थंबनेल आप लोगों ने देखे होंगे कितने ज्यादा प्रोफेशनल लगते हैं और इतने ज्यादा प्रोफेशनल थंबनेल को मैं एआई की मदद से बनाता हूं। सो इस वीडियो में मैं अपना सबसे बड़ा सीक्रेट कवर करने वाला हूं। मेरे थंबनेल
how to make viral YouTube thumbnails. So दोस्तों अगर आपका thumbnail eye catchy और clicky नहीं है तो आपकी वीडियो वायरल तो
मेरे थंबनेल आप लोगों ने देखे होंगे कितने ज्यादा प्रोफेशनल लगते हैं और इतने ज्यादा प्रोफेशनल थंबनेल को मैं एआई की मदद से बनाता हूं। सो इस वीडियो में मैं अपना सबसे बड़ा सीक्रेट कवर करने वाला हूं कि आप लोग भी इतने अच्छे
4 साल से मैं YouTube पे खुद थंबनेल्स बना रहा हूं और आप यकीन करोगे ये मेरी पहली वीडियो।
all right, here's another example here. This is the thumbnail I created, and the original thumbnail was this right here. Totally off. And this picture, the guy's pointing at the thumbnails in the background, and it's got me throwing up a peace sign, and then it's just got pictures that look like me in the background. So the recreate feature probably has some work. It's new, but I think the best feature is probably just a regular prompt. That to me looks like you're going to get the best results if you use ChatGPT to get the prompt. Other than that, you're going to have to really work around recreating or getting inspiration from good thumbnails. I guess if you were to do the recreation part, you'd have to find very simple thumbnails, because it does do a good job of putting your picture in there. But if you find very simple thumbnails like I did in this one, like I said, if it has pictures or things in the background that are too complicated, it's not going to work well. But if you have like the one we did earlier right here, so this came out good. That was a good thumbnail compared to the original one that we found. So you just have to find the right ones in order to use that recreation feature. So I guess you could use, it's not bad. You can use those two features. If you can't recreate and you're having a hard time finding the right one, just use the regular thumbnail where you put in the prompt. You just have to work around trying to put your picture in there. So all in all, I think the title generator is pretty good. I think that's probably the best part in terms of it being consistent. Everything else you're going to have to play around with and get just the right touch. And I'm assuming Pixel is working on improving this, but I must say it's not bad, especially getting your picture dialed in right. The persona feature is excellent. But if you can work around the other stuff, you'll save some time and money creating thumbnails, and you'll be able to get pretty good thumbnails. Even if you're able to get just like the background and the other graphic stuff in, and you can export that thumbnail out and put in a picture of you in there, maybe through Canva, and put some effects on it or whatnot, it works really well. So I don't think it's that bad. It's got some work to do, but I have to say it's getting there. Before you know it, it'll probably be really, really good. So I'll leave a link in the description for Pikzel AI. You guys can check it out and try it. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.